After speaking with the village magistrate, Eliwood and company set their sights on Laos. The road from Ferry to Laos passes through Santa Ruz. Eliwood suspects his missing father must have visited Santa Ruz en route to Ostia. Eliwood arranges a meeting with the local ruling lord to see what he can learn. Chapter 12: Birds of a Feather. What? Eliwood is here. Yes, he has set camp up on a hill south of here. He seeks permission to enter Santa Ruz. He seeks an audience with you. Could it be? Do you think Eliwood's come to ask of his father? If that's the case, I know not what to tell him. Tell him you know nothing, and let him be on his way. Yet, I know young Eliwood well. His father, Elbert, and I are old friends. I have no children of my own, and I've always treasured Eliwood. I do not believe I could look him in the eye, and I could not lie to him. I could not. We've no choice then. Let us chase the boy away. If you do not speak with him, you need tell no lies. Wait, do you mean to harm Eliwood? Not harm. Frighten. A scratch or two will leave no scars. He will run home to Ferry and be done with his adventure. He is, after all that Ferry has left. Instead of entering Laos with such a small group, we should meet with Marquis Santa Ruz and request his assistance. I see the sense of that. It's a good plan, Eris. Truly so. I tell you again, I'm pleased to have you with us. Lord Helman. He's not only my father's friend, I've known him since I was a child. I'm sure that he will help us. What? Lord Eliwood, beware! Noble sirs. Alms for a poor villager. Poor villager? You look nothing like an honest man. Clear the road. Step quickly, or... Step quickly? Good advice. Maybe it's you who should follow it. What? Someone wants the boy in an early grave. A shame if you ask me, but he'll die here today. Come on, boys. Earn your keep. Oh. Here we go again, Eris. Oh, right, yes, you also know who I am, as well. Just like old times, seems our fates are bound. Natalie? Oh, she's still in Ferry. I'm working for you this time, so she's not too worried. Guide my axe, Eris. Awesome, awesome, awesome! Alright, here we go. Chapter 12. Okay, we've got a shop here. We don't have a convoy at the moment, so it's just vulneraries. Okay, not too much to be concerned about. Although we might want to do some trading, some items around. We'll see. I didn't have to use a vulnerary at any point last time. Actually, something to think about. Alright, 14 attack. Let's take a look at let's actually take a look at the enemies real quick. Zagan, the boss here, 22 attack. Oof, quite a bit. He's got that steel axe though. Is the reason there. Gonna be pretty heavy hitting. Nothing of note in on the rest of the enemy's side. Oh, there's a shop here as well. There's an armory here. So if we need some weapons, we can come here and grab that as well. This is a route map, so we do have all the time in the world. Who wants to stand on... I really need to think about who to give this energy ring to. An energy ring to Eliwood would certainly help. Bringing up to 8 strength is would put him on par, and I think at a pretty reasonable level, but I could consider saving it and giving it to Lynn as well later down the line. We'll see. For now, who's better equipped to actually deal with this fighter over here, this bandit over here? 5 speed, 6 strength. At least your constitution here means you're not getting weighed down at all. 3 speed is pretty. 9 strength versus 7 strength, 18 attack on 16 attack, which would be 17 attack. Oh, but you have a steel axe. Okay. That would explain why your hit rate is not quite so good. You can't get there anyways. Okay, so Bartrey, we'll go ahead and leave you on the fort here. I'll take that vulnerate off your hands. Head here. Becca, go ahead and visit this village. I saw them, I did. About a month ago. Marquis Ferre and his men passed right through here. They've all gone missing, haven't they? A group as strong as that just up and vanishing. Couldn't have been bandits, but I don't believe it. Must have been something terrible. The world's become a dangerous place. That's some very useful information. So it does seem like we are on the right track. You look like you have some experience with battle. No need to conceal it. I fought in many a battle in my time, I assure you. Let me tell you one thing about combat, though. The most important thing is technique. If you've no skill, you will rarely strike your enemy. My instructor gave me this secret book long ago. It will improve the fighting prowess of the one who reads it. I'm too old to make use of it, so why don't you take it? We're getting a lot of stat boosters, huh? A secret book! This thing will boost skill by 2 points. Skill is one of the more understated stats of Fire Emblem games. It's not... as you can see from the stat description here, its main purpose is to improve your hit rate. So it is actually a pretty useful stat for consistency. A lot of the times, yeah, it kind of depends on the units that you're using. Typically, like sword users typically won't have that much issue with hit rate because swords have just naturally higher hit rates, and a lot of sword units have better skill growth already. But it does start to matter a lot when you get to units like the fighters like Barcher and Dorcas, where axes are the lowest hit rate. You can see like a hand axe is 60 hit. So that's where skill can definitely matter a lot for the consistency of units. Like axe that you're trying to use axes with. But it is a more understated stat, so it can be a little bit more difficult to ascertain who might benefit from a secret book, as opposed to something like an angelic robe or a Draco shield or an energy ring. Once again, I'll hold on to that until I feel like I have a decent use for it. One thing to consider about these stat boosters as well is that there is a trade-off, right? The trade you can either get the stats on someone, or you could consider selling it at some point. And these items, they sell for, like, it's not an insignificant amount of gold. Like, it's a pretty decent amount of gold. So that is also a use for those stat boosters to consider. Alright, anyways, let's let Dorcas visit this village. It's really important to trust your companions, yes? If you have a boon companion fighting at your side, you feel stronger and more confident. Huh? Who do I think make good companions for whom? Well, I am a fortune teller, so I could do a reading, but it's a little hint at something we'll see later down the line. Yeah, see, like, the 70% hit rate is pretty shaky. We got the hit this time, good. We did a really solid chunk of damage as well. You can see the units that are kind of moving along. Okay. This is a matchup we want to avoid, because, yeah, you see, this is a sword user. They're faster and more skilled. 8 speed is more than enough to double Barcher with his 3 speed, and so this is really bad. Taking 12 damage, and we only have a 56% hit rate. So that's not a move we really want to be making. But it might be a move we have to make. We'll have to see here. Marcus and Rebecca up. If I can't get a kill here, it might be worth giving Lowen some more experience. Now, I'm a little worried about the bandits. Because he does, I mean, Barcher is in range here. Two, three, four, five. 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can attack here if I block. This guy's got a crit chance as well. Low percent crits, but low percent crits do happen. And you need to be careful about them. But in this case, I think it'll only do like 6 damage, I think. So it's not something to be particularly concerned about. These guys are also going to be moving in, so we need to keep an eye on them as well. I think I wait here. Then bring Eliwood over here for a kill? Yes. It's not especially closer yet. Okay, we'll just bring Eliwood here for a kill. And he crit! Awesome! Getting a lot of crits with that rapier, huh? I'd like to replace that thing with an iron sword as soon as we can, because we've already gotten 11 uses on it. There, that's out of range. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Okay. He gets some damage off on him. Let's see here, what we got up here? Nothing too concerning. We can give Lowen a kill here, probably. if we can land the hit. Okay, we're good. You can potentially give the steel sword to Eliwood. Eliwood's constitution of 7 isn't too bad, or it's not the worst. It's not the best, but 5 speed, you won't double. Dorcas, but Dorcas is gonna take a little bit more damage. Good HP was just 29 though. It's pretty comparable, honestly. Bah! He puts up a good fight for a pampered noble pup. It's up to me to finish him. Oh, does he advance? Yeah, okay. This guy moves. This guy moves. Okay, good job, Barcher. Oh, geez, everyone's advancing now. Okay. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Lowen's starting to double. Was that just 1 point of speed last level? How many are there? This looks... Oh. Hey, what's going on over there? Looks like some rough business. You, soldier, are you just gonna stand there and watch? Who do you think you are? This is Santa Roots. What occurs here is no affair of any foreign lordling. I believe I'm going to have to disagree with you. You see, the man they're attacking happens to be a friend of mine. A friend? What? Urgh. Wait, hold on, Hector, are you just gonna kill a random soldier? Oh, sorry, that was a spoiler. We'll find out here in a little bit. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. Ew, that's terrible. I loathe violence. Nicely done, my lord. You're a fighter born. Now, these are some familiar faces. I cannot condone resorting to force so quickly. Chastise me later, Oswin. First, we deal with these brigands. Come, we must help Eliwood. Help Eliwood? Sounds like a convenient excuse for more violence. Oswin! Yes, I'm coming. Matthew, take Sarah and find some place to hide. What? With Sarah? No, I'm going with you. You are not. You'll slow us down. Oh, how rude. Oswin, let's go. And here you go. We've got our next friend. We've got Hector. The third and final lord of this game. And of course, Oswin. So we've got some more armored units. Hector is, in the world of lords, is quite a unique one, honestly, because he more closely mimics an armored unit, an armored knight, than any other lord that at least I'm familiar with in these games. That gives him some of the benefits of armored knights. In things like having pretty high defense, they can, and Hector, given the right circumstances, can also hit quite hard. He's also got axe access, which is quite nice. And especially he's got this wolf bale, which is also quite a good weapon as well, one of his signature weapon, and is a quite a strong one, especially since it's effective weaponry as well against infantry, which is a very common enemy type. But it means he also comes with some of the weaknesses we'll see later on. Right now, it's not particularly meta. He's just pretty much just like a typical footlocked unit. But you know, we'll see some things that'll make him a bit different from the other lords later on. And then we have Oswin here, the knights. Classic, classic stats of a knight. High defense, low res, pretty decent strength, low speed. Interesting and important to know that Oswin here comes as a level 9 knight, so he's also one of the stronger units that you're going to come with at the start. With an Iron Lance and a Javelin. Cool. Yep, so Hector and Oswin will be able to clear this part of the map out pretty much on their own. So our main concern now is dealing with this choke point here, because these guys are coming. And if we can, it'd be really nice if we could block this off so that we can slow their pace. So Barcher's been pretty dodgy thus far, which is good to see. Rapier will kill here. I kind of want to position him onto the fort if I can. Here's what we'll do. We'll move you to the forest here. Get Eliwood onto the fort. Yes, okay. So we do want to get some weapons here. I'm not particularly interested in iron bows and iron axes. We're not going to be making huge use of those at the moment. Although potentially Marcus could make decent use of an iron axe. But we definitely want things like iron swords and iron lances. Iron lances for Lowen, so that he gets lance access. That's not a javelin. I definitely want an iron sword for Eliwood. These two are going to be fine with their weapons for a pretty long time, so I'm not super concerned about that. You have an iron lance. Okay, we probably do want an iron axe for Hector later down the line. So we're going to buy one iron sword. Do I need an iron lance? I need to think about that. I do want an iron lance. I do want an iron bow. Or an iron axe. Ooh, okay. We can wait for that then. Ah, dude, if I could trade this to Eliwood, that would be perfect. My other option right now is actually to... Yes, my other option right now is to actually trade Eliwood the steel sword. Have him use the steel sword to kill here. Just so we can start saving those rapier uses. I could have done this last chapter as well, but it's fine. Now one important thing is that with 10 weight, jeez. He is getting weighed down by 3 by the steel sword, bringing his effective action speed to 5, which is pretty low, pretty not great. So we don't want to keep him on the iron sword forever. Bring Dorcas over here, and then just make sure Rebecca's out of range. Perfect. And then over here, Hector can really just kind of come down here and do whatever. These guys are not threatening whatsoever. If there's anyone we do want to kill, it's definitely going to be the archer first, since we can't counter. He'll use Oswin to set up a kill. And hopefully Hector hits. You can see his accuracy isn't the best. Alright, those guys are advancing. Yeah, you guys can attack Hector if you want. Yeah, these bandit soldiers are so weak. That we're just doubling them right off the bat. Okay, good dodge. 23% hit rate, so yeah, definitely helps. Okay, we definitely need to block these mountains off. I'm kind of curious, where is this guy going? Why did he come over here? Is this a... Okay, it's possible that this is an objective that I need to protect. Yeah, but no biggie. We can just deal with that as it comes. Alright. Okay, here's the deal. These guys are gonna start pouring in, and we want to prevent that. So, what we are going to do is use Marcus. Yes, we're going to use Marcus. 10 damage, 75% hit. Oh, okay, that's concerning. We will just block off here then, though. We'll use Marcus. Because you can't... Oh, it's probably because you can get onto the peak here. This is where using Marcus is gonna help, because there's a pretty high volume of enemies here. We'll use Marcus to get the kill and expand it. And the sword users are probably a bit more threatening at the moment. Lowen, I would imagine, can get this kill, yes. Want that iron sword, huh? No biggie. Okay, it's just come and attack Marcus then? Probably. Let's do this. Oh! Another crit! That's a low percent crit, 2% crit, didn't matter. But... Yep. Okay. A point of res is appreciated. It's not too bad. We'll bring Eliwood here with the steel sword. That blocks it off. Perfect. Kick him in and start getting some chip shots in. Dorcas isn't going to be particularly useful at this point. So I can actually start moving this way. Yeah, we will wolf bail. Wolf Bale to get rid of this guy. And get Hector his first level. That's what I like to see. Yep. Strength and defense. You're gonna see, for Hector, you're gonna see a decent amount of strength and defense on him. His strength growth, I'm pretty sure his strength growth is quite good. I would imagine. I don't actually know what the growths are, and I'm not going to look them up right now. But it's good to see the strength growth. It's good to see it. The Marquis who leads Centaurus is Lord Hellman. He doesn't ask for much, and he's a nice enough fellow. I wouldn't call him weak, but he is more follower than leader. Lately, he's been meeting with Marquis Laos quite a lot. I hope nothing bad comes of it, but ominous indeed. Alright, Barcher, you can just chill. Yeah, because you're gonna come after Eliwood. Get a strong hit off. We get a strong counter though. And then this guy's just dead. Nope. Anyone who attacks Marcus at this stage of the game is just gonna die. Pretty much. Except unless he can't counterattack them. Hey, I don't know why they didn't move, but that's okay. We're gonna start moving these guys down. Not quite enough damage. With the lance, it's enough, but oh, that peak. This tile that he's on, that 30 of what he's getting from the mountain is really hitting my hit rates, huh? Thinking about... that hit rate is real shaky. I just don't like where this guy's positioned. Even Marcus has a really shaky hit rate. Because of the peak. Not overly concerned though, there's nothing to be particularly concerned about. Yeah, Lowen will be fine. Even if he misses, right? Here's what we'll do. Yeah, let's Iron Lance here. Actually, 19 out of 24, 7 defense. We'll be taking 4 damage from you and 2, maybe even 1 damage from you. So yeah, we're not concerned at all. Especially since, yeah, we're outside of boss's attack range, so yeah, we can go for this. We can just go for this. Okay, yeah, that's kind of what you'd expect. Not a big deal, not a big deal. Eliwood can just go ahead and take this guy out. Still haven't given him the Iron Sword yet. We are getting through these levels quite quickly. Nice to see some strength. Nice to see some strength. Some speed would be nice, but at this point, he's not doing too bad on speed. So if we start lacking speed levels, you know, coming up soon, then I might be a little bit more concerned. But yeah, Rebecca doesn't really do much here, huh? 34 hit rate, not happening. I could trade the hand axe to Marcus. And Marcus could get a kill here. Should I go for it? I just don't really need to go for it. Is the thing. And if I'm trying to train up you know, Lowen and Eliwood right now, then there's not really a huge. I mean, like they're not threatened at all. So you know, we will just end phase here. Okay, that's interesting. I did not expect that. And since I equipped Marcus with the hand axe, he gets the kill. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. It's boss time. Okay, the real question is who... I think the best answer to the boss is probably Marcus. Here's what we'll do. I need to... We'll buy an iron axe. We'll buy an iron axe. I don't need an iron bow. We should be good for now. The best answer, I think, in this particular instance to the boss is going to be Marcus for sure. So... I didn't trade again. I should have traded to get the sword. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. Use Marcus to... Problem is he's gonna be on the peak if we do that. He's gonna have quite the avoid. I still think this is our best option. Oh. Oh, I can actually set Marcus up on the peak. Okay. That's interesting. He does just kill. He does just kill. Okay. I honestly have zero qualms with that. So we're just gonna set Marcus up here with the steel sword. And I mean, that's just it. I think this will just be the end. Like, Marcus will clean up at this point. Curses! What are you waiting for? Let me show you boys how it's done. 0 hit rate. You know, the 0 hit rate. The peak really gives that extra bonus avoid. Oh, this was not so easy as it seemed. And you'll see here, Marcus gains a lot of experience for that. Way more than he would get from just a regular enemy. Yeah, Marcus is a beast. Whew, is that all of them? Hector, where did you come from? Well met, Eliwood. Yes, but what are you doing here? You wound me. How do you mean? You're looking for your father, right? Why didn't you send word? Your brother was just named Marquis Othia. He's going to be very busy setting up his court council. Lord Uther must need your support. You are his brother after all. My brother is not so weak. Oh, he has mentioned some things in public, but he knew exactly what I was planning, and he let me go. Is that so? Well then, it would be unwise to refuse his kindness. It does me good to see you, Hector. Thank you. Think nothing of it. You know Oswin, don't you? Well met, Lord Eliwood. It is good to see you again, Oswin. So you came as well? Yes, Lord Uther was worried about Lord Hector traveling alone. I've been ordered to keep a close eye on him. Ha ha ha, of course. Good to have you with us. Lord Hector, why didn't you tell me the fighting was done? I apologize for the interruption. I couldn't restrain her any longer. Are these your companions, Hector? Oh, yes, I suppose they are. One might have hoped for better, but that was uncalled for. I can't believe you said that. Matthew, did you hear what he said about you? Me? He was talking about you. Hector, why don't you introduce us? The noisy one is Sarah. Believe it or not, she's a cleric. Yes, I am Sarah, my lord. Pleased to meet you. And that's Matthew. He does a lot of sneaking around. My lord. Sneaking around. Well, I gather information, open doors, chests and such. I've got nimble fingers. That sounds like a thief's work. Well, don't let it worry you. But this journey, I suspect it will be harder than you imagine. You may have to accept things like this if you want to survive. What is it, Hector? Do you know something? Nothing specific. Rumors abound, though. A league of assassins from Bern has been moving around in Lycia. Experienced bounty hunters and mercenaries are vanishing. That reminds me. One of the men who attacked us said something odd. What was it? Lord Eliwood, if I may. Marcus, good to see you. Lord Hector, it's been far too long. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Come now, Marcus, no need for such formalities. Tell me what you heard. Of course, the apparent leader of that gang of thugs. He indicated that someone was watching Lord Eliwood. That someone needed him dead. That is troubling. Actually, a captain of the guard was watching the fight when we arrived. He was a knight of Santarus, and yet he just stood there and let a lord be attacked. I think he was planning on seeing you die. So, Eris, what do you think? You might be right. Something may have happened to Lord Helmond, too. Come, we must hurry to the castle. Eliwood, who is this? This is Eris. I required tactical aid in the search for my father, and... Oh, I see. So this is who directed the battle plan back there, You know, Eris, you're very young. We've many strategists in Ostia, but none so young. Eliwood, are you sure about this one? Eris is still a student of military strategy, but we received nothing but sound advice so far. Eris has my trust. Alright, I suppose I shall witness your skills firsthand. Well met, Eris. Well met indeed, Hector. Hi, Matthew! It's been a little bit. Hello, how have you been, Eris? Eh? My secret's revealed? Oh, that. Yes, it's true. My guise as a common thief was but a ruse. I've served House Ostia for some time as a spy of sorts. Surprised? Well, regardless, it looks like we'll be traveling together again. Here's to our mutual survival. Yee! Eris, is it really you? It's been far, far too long. You missed me, didn't you? Of course you did. I knew it. Oh, classic Sarah. Didn't I tell you before? I'm in the employ of Ostia, Lycia's ruling territory. I'll be here to help you just like before. Aren't you lucky? Lucky indeed. Sure. Whatever you say. It will be nice to have a healer again, though. Alright, and that is chapter 12. For the party's very quickly expanding. Very quickly expanding.